past the 4-hour marker now.
Now we're 20 minutes short. Kyle.
I gotta leave soon.
Not you. Kyle? Kyle is in
his
Oh, the switch isn't on. I'm saying yes.
Yeah,
but I thought Wings was interrupting you as you were saying it again, and I was like, yes.
You've got $1 million in cash, and you're going to spend a year in prison. They're going to be looking for this cash. How do you hide it?
Give me. I'm gonna come up with something really good.
I thought you might.
This is cash money now, right?
Cash money.
Okay, so you vacuum seal it, you put it in a plastic container, and you give enough cash to someone you really trust, like your wife or significant other. I know who I would trust to go rent a storage unit under another name with cash for that 1 year period.
Don't do that.
And just throw it in there. It's done. Then it's
don't
done.
do it that way. Here's why you don't do it that way. You ever see shows like Storage Wars and things like that?
That's when they don't get paid up.
No. Here's how they don't get paid up. You see these things that are impressive. Like, why would somebody let the rent go on like 30 fucking vending machine units?
That's the other thing.
Yeah, a lot of those things are fake.
Yeah,
they fake some of them, but stuff like this happens. Like
they fake most
of it. I watched
of
a documentary about Kurt Cobain, and Courtney Love was on there talking about how she lost a third of Kurt Cobain's stuff.
She's a crack whore. Of course she did.
No. She was a crack whore in 2000. This happened recently.
Go ahead, Wings.
But what happened is she said she was paying on a storage unit for it. It was like $1,800 a month or something like that in California. It was a really big storage unit, and she was up to payment. She paid years in advance. She just gave him a whole bunch of money. He's like, just give me the storage unit. And what happened is the storage company just let it slide for about 6 months, and they changed the name over to a corporation, and then the corporation went delinquent for 3 months, and then they sold the unit as the corporation's unit, and then paperwork had none of Courtney's name on it at all, and then they sold it for the highest bidder to one of their friends. That's how this stuff gets out. What's to stop a storage unit from opening your storage thing, seeing you got money there, and doing the same thing to you?
I don't know if you know this, Wings, but your dog is barking.
I understand that. I can't stop her.
Okay, it's easy. You buy gold.
Did someone just kill that dog? Okay.
Eat it, Wings. Eat it.
Oh my God.
It's easy. You buy gold. You buy cinder blocks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you have property somewhere, you put the gold inside the cinder blocks. You build a wall out of the cinder blocks. Who's going to come fucking with a wall, okay, on your property?
I mean, the best way to do this is just to give it to somebody that you trust. Even if they see it and they can't really tell you how it came from, they can't take it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, you can do it other things. Like you can trade it into gold. Like go to anywhere that sells gold, trade it straight for gold, give it to your friend.
The advantage
come
of
at me, bitch.
The advantage of buying gold is when you get out of jail, it's going to raise with the price of inflation. So the price of inflation, the cost of living. So you'll actually come out with more money than when you left it.
I think that's the best way. Change it all over to gold and just give it to somebody that you trust.
Yeah, because you'd be surprised how little gold is $1 million for the gold. You'd be surprised how easy that is to hide.
You can fit it probably in a desk drawer.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, vacuum seal it. I like the idea of a PVC pipe with threaded ends. You just put the caps on. If you guys are if you've ever had your hands on that, that's a pretty good seal. And then bury it in the woods.
I knew a guy one time. So they changed the $100 bill design, and this guy had a lot of money buried, and he was digging all his money up to change it over because he knew that it wouldn't be good, in the future if he still had the old generation of hundreds.
I don't think that's right.
They would honor it.
They would still honor it, but he didn't want. He thought it would look suspicious when he pulls out, $2,000 worth of the old hundreds.
Okay.
He didn't want that, so he had all this moldy money that he was bringing to the banks.
Didn't vacuum seal it.
He didn't do it right. It smelled bad. It was like.
Did they accept it all?
Yeah, they took it, but it smelled funky. It was gross.
Yeah, every so often you see Confederate money popping up somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Back
though.
me up, Lefty. And
God damn it.
and it's always
Confederate dollar.
It's always like a pile of mush or something, 6 not 6, like 100 bills, all sort of hard to separate from each other, like a book that's been underwater. It's a mess.
See, I know how I would launder it.
Does anyone else think the South was getting a little ahead of themselves coming up with their own currency? Am I the one who feels that way?
Well, a
You
historian
gotta
will
win the
tell
war
you.
first, but we were winning the war for a good bit there until they actually got those men across the Potomac.
A historian will tell you that it was commonplace at that period of time to create your own type of money still. I believe that we had a national currency, but there were still restaurants and bars and organizations that were printing their own money in the North, so it wasn't that unheard of to create a currency of any type in the South and then try to adapt it, if I remember correctly.
They still do that. Stupid
Yeah, they still do
Microsoft points.